Okay, from beautiful Southern California, where it's only 111 degrees.
Cool
Tomorrow
today.
it's going to be 117. Welcome to the Suzanne Summer Show. And here she is.
Ta-da! Hi, everybody. What is it again? Tomorrow's one. I just got stuck on 117 tomorrow. Today is 100 and what?
11.
11.
Tomorrow is 117.
You know, hello, everybody. I say to you, when you look at our drastic weather here in the desert in the summer, it's as bad as your winters at the coldest. You know, when you complain to me about I can't grow anything and it's so cold and it's so cold, and we're kind of nice. We have 9 amazing months here, amazing. And normally we go to the ocean in the summer, but that wasn't possible this year. Gee, you look nice tonight, Alan. Wait till you see how Alan looks. We're going out for dinner, and I wish I had upped the ante a little bit, but I have a white pinstripe jacket, so I'll look kind of cool too. Anyway, you get used to it. The way you live in the desert is you go out early in the morning. It's so hot here right now that it's actually even too early to walk around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 100 degrees.
You are such a pussy.
I
Okay?
know. But then we have figured out how to live here. We just stay inside all day, and then I come out of my mole hole about this time to come be with you. So here we are. And hello, Caroline.
Well, hello.
Caroline's in the.
It's also super hot in Florence.
Oh really? Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Well, it's not. Whatever it is, it can't be as hot as here, is it? Well, you got sticky.
It's not, I mean, it's not 111, but, you know, it's, in the heat of summer, it gets very hot
Yeah,
here.
that's true. That's true. I do remember it there. Anyway, so what? We live in America, the greatest country in the world, and we've got so much going for us. And tonight is the Spa Mask Trio. You know, the other night my skin is dry and blotchy, and I looked everywhere for the purifying mineral mask, because that goes on white and it dries hard, and then when you take it off with the warm towel, it like removes all the dry stuff and all the impurities and all the buildup and all that stuff that happens in dry weather like this. So I'm so glad we're going to be talking about that. And we've got the charcoal mask, which is good for you ladies who don't have sensitive skin, and you can also share it with your husband. We're going to have Alan put it on tonight, but we're going out, and when you see how nice he looks, I didn't want him to get charcoal mask all over his nice shirt.
Yeah.
And then we have the sandalwood mask, which is the easiest one of all, that you put all over your face after you wash it at night, and then just let it lightly dry and go to bed and leave it on all night long. And then when you take it off in the morning, poof, wow, because it's got squalene in it. Do you have any squalene at home? No, you don't. And I'm going to tell you in a while what squalene is, but we got it here today.
Well, here's the way the deal works.
Okay, here's the way. Tell them what they got.
Here
Al.
it is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Spa Mask Trio. Okay. Wish my arms were longer and then be able to get it
But
on
you know what, Al? You're perfect, just
both
the way
screens
you are.
at the same time. Okay.
Perfect.
The activated charcoal mask, the sandalwood sleep mask, and the purifying mineral mask. None of these are the same kind of masks that you've been wearing for the past year and a half. These are masks you will actually enjoy and benefit from. The retail value is $130, and today it's $75.
Yep.
40%
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Okay.
And Al uses all of these masks.
I
He's
love the
such
masks.
a girl. He loves taking care of his skin.
Well, you know what? I mean, I never bothered with my skin until, we went into this business. And then I thought, I should start using this
You have
stuff.
such beautiful skin. To not take care of your beautiful skin is almost sinful. Come
Well, I
over and
take
show
care
them
of
how
it.
beautiful you are.
I
Come here, Al.
I take care of it.
Look at him. Wow.
And actually-
This is what 85 doesn't look like, but it looks so great on
Oh, hang
him.
on.
Oh, what are you
I have to
doing?
make a camera adjustment here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I'm the cameraman too. Okay. There we are. Okay.
Oh, Come here, beautiful.
Okay.
What's that song from Funny Girl? To tell the truth, it hurt my pride. The groom was prettier than the bride.
Yeah, not marriage.
I'm Sadie, Sadie, married lady, that's me.
Well, can you do it as Streisand?
I was just doing it. Streisand is, listen like a 36 expression, sweet as pie to tough as leather.
This is our pillow
You
talk.
guys look cute. You have some friends who are concerned that you're in those long sleeves.
Well, I wanted to like feature my beautiful turquoise, but I can get rid of them.
And I put on my cufflinks this
Color is
evening.
great.
Thank
Okay?
you. It's a brand new T-shirt. I think that's why I wore it tonight, because you know when you get a new T-shirt, you want to wear it, and they're not all stretched out. And when we were in
It's a t-shirt. I thought it was a sweater. Oh, I
No,
see. Okay.
no,
it's just a t-shirt.
it's just a
guys.
cotton T-shirt, but it's brand new, so it looks like a sweater. Yeah, we went
It's
shopping.
pretty.
Went shopping in Malibu, and I bought what? Two shirts,
Two shirts and
four
a-
T-shirts, and a pair of shorts.
Yeah, $11,000 plus
But you love
tax,
spending it.
plus shipping and handling.
We have some friends in town, and they went to that. You know, they have that amazing discount mall here with all the
Uh-huh.
big designers. There could not be a better time to go, really, because when you think about, no one has sold anything this year.
Right.
So
Right.
I just,
Oh,
I just-
wow.
I mean, we had to move, and I just couldn't think about going to a shopping place like that. Like I just couldn't do it. But she said, she was like, "Oh my God, I got the best deals and the best stuff."
Wow. Wow. I saw who they are. I know his father. I know Nick's
Oh,
father.
really?
Yeah. When I auditioned with Stephen Sondheim, his father was there.
Whose father?
Jules
Yeah,
Stein.
he's
This is
the
Nick
composer.
Stein. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, that's right, I remember that.
yeah. Yeah. He wrote,
That was fun.
Jules Stein wrote
That was
Gypsy.
like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the sun was coming in. We were in a rehearsal hall in New York, a big, huge cavernous rehearsal hall. And it was Stephen Sondheim, the piano player, Suzanne, and myself.
Yeah.
And
And
this-
and the Rogers and Hammerstein's granddaughters or daughters.
No, that was for the...
Oh, Into the Woods.
No.
Wick-
You were auditioning for Into the Woods. Those women were there for Annie Get Your Gun.
Oh, Annie, Get Your Gun. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And they loved you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to do Annie Get Your Gun, and I was kind of excited about it. And there's a lot to do. No one has brought back Annie Get Your Gun.
I know this story, so I'm just going to go back to my usual
Okay,
job.
but isn't he beautiful?
Okay, behind the scenes, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, they like my stories. No one has been allowed to do Annie Get Your Gun since Debbie Reynolds did it probably 50, 60 years ago. And I really wanted to do it. And so the Rogers and Hammersteins, they must have been daughters, right? They're
They
pretty old.
were the sisters of, not Rogers and Hammerstein. Who wrote Annie Get Your Gun?
Rogers and Hammerstein.
You sure?
Yeah.
No.
Now everybody's on Google going,
No,
yeah,
that's
you're
not
on.
so.
All right.
That's not so. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Well, just a moment. You may be right. No, the Rogers and Hammerstein office handled all the royalty business. I don't know if they wrote it.
That's why they came over. That's what my memory is.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got it. I auditioned for them, and Sondheim was there again playing the piano. Imagine Stephen Sondheim, Jules Stein, who is Bruce and Caroline's friend's father. Jules Stein is
Grandfather, actually. I think that's his grandfather.
oh yeah. I looked it up
Yeah.
because and it said father. I don't know. I asked him. Anyway, Jules Stein is a Broadway legend. He wrote Gypsy. He wrote Into the Woods. He wrote everything you've ever loved on Broadway. Jules Stein wrote. Are you looking it up? What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can't bullshit anymore. Excuse my
Okay.
language.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking
what?
news.
Was I right or you right?
You were wrong.
Oh.
Annie Get Your Gun was written by Herbert and Dorothy Fields.
They're not well-known names. So why were the Rogers and Hammerstein's granddaughters there?
They were handling the business. They handled several other writers, but they had this large legal office, and they handled all the royalty negotiations.
Well, anyway, I
Etc.
auditioned and got it.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one that auditioned, which meant they actually wanted me to do it. They just had me
Right.
audition so they
Right.
could hear if I could hit the notes and all that. And so it was a long contractual thing, and the producer was Michael David, like a major Broadway name. And we worked out all the kinks, and it meant starting in Japan, working across America for 6 months, and then a minimum of a year on Broadway. Big commitment, but wow. To nail that role, and part of that role is being on a horse on stage and shooting over your shoulder and hitting the target. And I thought, I can do that. If I am trained, I can do that, I think. And then you sing because you can't get a man with a gun and all those great songs. And so it was all done, and we were about to sign the contract. And the night before we were signing the contract at the lawyer's office the next day, I get a call from Bob Boyett and Tom Miller, Miller Boyett, two of the greatest sitcom producers of all time, and good guys. And they said, we want you to star in a series we have called Step by Step. And we have a green light, and we will start shooting next week. We have Patrick Duffy, and we think you'd be the perfect wife for Patrick Duffy. And you'll bring 3 kids to the table, and he'll bring 3. And then I think we had one. I think there were 7 altogether. And oh, I was up all night. Both of us were up all night. Annie Gets Your Gun, just a major career triumph, but a lot of work and not fun for Alan. It's fun for Alan when I'm in Vegas because he produces the show, and every show is different from the night before depending on the audience, and there's so many variables in Vegas. And morning came, we looked at each other and said, step by step. So we canceled the whole Annie Get Your Gun thing because we never had signed the papers. And I really believe it was the right decision. I had the greatest time for 7 years with my other great husband, Patrick Duffy, who I love to this day. I love him. I hope he's watching. He's in love again, and I'm so happy for him because he was married for 40 or more years to Carlin, and she died, I think, 3 years ago. She was a prima ballerina, and he was madly in love with her. And I didn't think he'd ever be able to find love again, but he has. And he told me, he wrote me, and he said, I'm in love. I said, gosh, I'm so happy for you. So we went to work on Step by Step, 7 glorious years. And what was interesting, because on Three's Company, I signed for anything. It didn't matter to me what they were going to pay me in the year 1, year 2. It didn't matter. I just wanted that show, and I was right about that. But by year 6, I'm on the #1 show in the country, Three's Company. I have the #1 demographics of all women in television, but all the men were making 10 to 15 times more than me, including my co-star. So I went in to renegotiate, and
Well, you had to. 'Cause
I had
your
to.
contract was
yeah,
up.
my contract was up. I had to. But Laverne and Shirley had renegotiated a couple of months before. Laverne and Shirley went in together, and as Alan describes it, they gave ABC a colonic. And I guess ABC decided no more. Let's not let these women get so uppity. And so Alan got a call the night before from a guy at the CFO's office at ABC in New York, who was a friend of a friend. He said, he didn't hear this from me, but they're going to hang a nun in the marketplace, and it's going to be Suzanne. So the next morning when Alan left for the meeting with the lawyers and the producers, he stopped uncharacteristically at the front door, and he looked back at me and goes, this could all blow out of the water. I said, it's a negotiation. You ask for what we want, they counter, we counter, they counter, we meet in the middle, and everybody will shake hands and be happy. So I'm sitting at home, and I have no cell phone. No, there are no cell phones at that time. Imagine, it wasn't that long ago, in most of our lifetime. And I hear the front door open real slow, and I hear him padding up the stairs real slow. If you have good news, you run up the stairs. I meet him at the top landing, and he looks at me and goes, "You're out." I said, "I'm out? What do you mean I'm out?" He said, they fired you within 2 minutes after I sat down because they wanted to make an example. Now, if that happened today, I would own ABC.
And they'd be in prison.
I'd be in prison? Oh, they'd
No,
be
no,
in prison.
they'd be in
But
prison.
you know what? We held our heads up high. We didn't sue anybody. We didn't go, whine on television. You never saw me whine, even though they were telling lie after lie after lie about me. And she's greedy, and who does she think she is? And their deep pockets, and they had more money than anybody, so they could just keep their publicity machine. They turned the whole cast and crew against me. And with Step by Step, year one, I don't know what Patrick was making. Year two, Tom Miller and Bob Boyett came to me and said, you deserve to be paid exactly what Patrick's being paid, and they just offered it to me. I never had to ask. I never had to get in any uncomfortable situations. So they are good guys, and it was a glorious 7 years. I was actually on Step by Step longer than Three's Company. I was on Three's Company 6.
No,
and
5.
5 plus the first season, so to me it's 6. And then Step by Step was 7, and aren't I lucky? How fabulous. And the one thing Alan said to me, and then we'll get to masks and things like that. The one thing Alan said to me when he walked up the stairs and he said, you're out, he took me by the shoulders and he said, we're going to make this work for us. He said, and we're never going to work for anyone ever again. He said, even if we work for anybody, it won't be because you have to. And it's true. By the time I was doing Step by Step, yes, I was working for another production company, but if that ended, it didn't matter. I had other things going. I had my books going. I had the Thigh Master, where I was on the lecture circuit. I was a headliner in Vegas. I had so much work. It was hard to fit a series in there. So I think it all happened.
You did a talk show at the same time.
Oh, right. I did a talk show. Oh, right. I was doing Step by Step plus a talk show at Universal. I had a golf cart. Universal was across the street, and I had a golf cart, and I'd go to rehearsal at Step by Step. I'd get in the golf cart, drive across the street, go over to my offices at Universal, have production meetings, come back. Caroline, at that time, was my assistant, and that's when I learned what a great assistant was. Holy crap. She would come into rehearsal at the end of every day with all the typed letters perfect. All I had to do was sign everything. I was going, how cool is that? And on the side, she would go to farmers market, and I'd come home, and you see on her videos choice produce and vegetables and all the things that I love. You spoiled me so much during those years. It was great.
Fun.
It was great, and you taught me
It was
what.
also fun because I didn't have money, and so you kind of liked it if I saw anything out. Like I'd see something in an antique shop, like an antique dress. I'm like, I don't know. I just thought you might like me.
Yeah.
Remember that great lace see-through dress that you wore during one of the photo shoots?
So great.
But I found it anyway. It was fun to be an assistant for you.
Well, it was fun for me to have an assistant like you, and you taught me what I wanted in an assistant. And I've got very good assistants now, but I wouldn't have known what that was until I worked with you, so thank you. But now I have Julie as my assistant and David and as my assistant, and aren't I lucky? So I walk around
then
all
you
the
have
time.
me as your assistant's assistant.
Yeah, Leslie was asking me something yesterday about the dresses we're going to do, and I said, I don't get involved in the day-to-day. That's you, that's Caroline, that's Alan. I'm the out front. I'm with you. And I found the t-shirt dress, but Leslie's the one who is able to make it a reality and design it in a way that it has pizzazz, that what I saw online, I went, if we did this and this, and she did it, she's just so great. And right now, she's doing all the costumes for Barry Manilow at the Westgate, and he's so lucky to have her doing costumes for him. She's always done all my costumes, and they're incredible.
Okay.
But now, what do I do with all of them, because I'm moving? I threw out cookbooks today. Okay, what? Okay.
So first of all, Marianne Palmer Wilson said, hope you guys start cooking soon. I love those shows.
Oh, you know what I want to make? I want to make 2 things for you. So Caroline, put this down, and you figure out when we can do this. I want to do this little chuck roast that's like a little pot roast, but You think, summer, you pot roast? No, it was so good. And the chuck roast was only about this big. It served, well, you and I actually ate most of it.
Yeah, we ate
And
all of it.
It just falls apart when you cook it. And the juices that you cook it in.
And it's the cheapest cut,
It's
right?
the cheapest cut.
Chuck.
My mother used to make pot roast, but honestly, I have to say, I love my mother so much. She wasn't the greatest cook. And my pot roast the other day was just,
Yeah.
we had it for a late lunch. It was
It
so
was great.
fantastic. So
It was actually an early dinner.
I'd like to teach you that because I made it up out of my head, and there's a secret to making a great pot roast. But I'm not going to tell you right now. You got to watch the cooking show. But
You have
there's
to put some pot in there.
there.
That's the secret. Okay, here's the deal. Okay?
Bad
the
boy
Spa Mask
Al.
Trio. Activated charcoal mask, sandalwood sleep mask, purifying mineral mask. The retail value $130. For sale today for $75. You get 40% off at SuzanneSummers.com. Here it is for you guys. Okay.
Okay. We started the charcoal mask as a men's line. But you know what? Men don't buy stuff like this. It's the wives that buy it for the men. So it's so great. Charcoal is a great extractor. Like you've got, you know, you look close in those magnifying mirrors. Do you have one? I have one. It's the first thing I do every morning. Call me vain. I get up and I sit in front of that mirror, and the first thing I do is I just put a little highlighter here because my cheeks are real red these days. I've got a rash on my cheeks, so I just put this down to just calm the face down because I want to look beautiful for him when he rolls over. And but then I look in that magnifying mirror. Have you had this experience? And I go, what's that? And then you see these chin hairs. And I told Bruce, my son Bruce, I said, when I'm an old lady, do not ever let me have chin hairs because I won't be able to see them because my mother used to have these like things, like a broom on her neck, and I'd go, Mom. So I was always pulling hers. So, Caroline, you have to keep Bruce attentive to that.
Hold it. What am I going to be doing?
You're just going to be by my
Am
side.
I going to be
You're going to be
like,
by my side for another 30, 40 years.
will I have passed on to the
No, you're never
that
leaving
place?
me. You're never leaving me.
Okay. Well, I could pull your chin hairs out.
No, you can't. You can't even pull your own out. You've got this one hair that grows out of your nose. He's got a hair here.
It's actually
And,
not in
and
my, yeah.
it's on the side of his nose, and he's got another one on the top of his nose. There are like two of them. And I tell you, I know, and it's so beautiful. He nuzzles into my neck at night. We sleep like we're one person at night. But sometimes I gotta push him away because the two nose hairs start irritating my neck.
Oh, great.
Like,
Oh, great. Okay. Well, that's that for the snuggling in.
no, don't ever stop.
Yeah,
I just
snuggle.
I just rearranged my neck.
Well, I'll just rearrange my nose.
Alan sleeps on top of me. I've gotten used to it. It's been 54 years.
Well,
But
not all of me, like half of me.
and some nights it's like most of you. I get into bed and I lean this way towards him because I sleep on this side. And then there's a point in the night where I want to roll over and bring this hip over. And then he nuzzles in. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Then this leg comes over more on me. Then the other leg comes over more on me. Then his back is over on me, and I'm like, I need to like breathe a little bit. But it's sweet. It's so great.
Okay.
Anyway, so the charcoal mask. I forget. I get distracted. Charcoal extracts. Charcoal cleans. Charcoal gets all that crap out of you that you see in your magnifying mirror. It pulls it all out. And if you've got a whole lot of that, do it a couple of times a week until it's all gone. It'll be gone. And then once it dries, then you can kind of use the charcoal to like exfoliate all the dead stuff off. And then you wipe it off with a warm cloth, and you can't believe it. So and have some fun. Give your husband a tequila. It really helps. Put this all over his face like we were going to do tonight for Al, but we can't mess him up tonight. and put it all over you, and you'll laugh a lot looking at yourselves both wrapped in black charcoal, and you'll drink your tequila, and you'll have a
But
good evening.
once you have the black charcoal on your face,
Yep.
do not take any photographs.
The charcoal mask is like, I mean, it really acts like a suction cup for your impurities. It is
That's a
amazing.
good way of putting it. A suction cup for your impurities. Yeah.
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 But if you have sensitive skin,
Right.
this one can create a little bit of redness. It's temporary, but if you have some sensitive skin, I would use that one on someone who has a little thicker skin.
Men have thicker skin than we do. Not really, not in the big sense of the word thicker skin, but they have thicker skin, and it's a great mask for Alan. But the purifying mask, the purifying mineral mask, what I like about it, I don't even know what's in it. Let me see what's in it. I like that it.
By the way, you know, the whole idea for charcoal
Yeah.
came from our dear, dear, dear friend Larry Flax, who was the founder of the California Pizza
Yeah.
Kitchens,
Yeah.
who wanted to do a charcoal line for men, but it didn't,
Oh, right,
it didn't work.
right,
I mean,
yeah.
guys like
Guys don't
we
buy
don't
stuff.
Care. We don't care.
If their wife doesn't buy it for them, guys don't buy it.
Yeah.
They just don't buy it.
So
it's
like,
weird.
I know Larry's going to call me and say, "So where's my royalty payment?"
And we had dinner with him the other night. We went to a place called Craig's in Los Angeles on, I think it was Saturday night, and it's a scene. And I wanted to go to an LA scene because we've been out of LA for a while. Wow, what a place. And I walked out there, probably 100 paparazzi. I don't think I'm exaggerating. Do you, Alan?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little. Felt like 100. I mean,
A lot.
We couldn't move. There were so many
Yeah,
taking.
a
So
lot.
you'll either see really good pictures of me or really terrible of me doing that where they get your mouth in the right place. Okay, I want to tell you about the purifying mineral mask. I just know what it does, but here's what's. When you age, your skin loses trace minerals, so this puts minerals back. Gluten-free, which is good. Aging skin looks tired, dull, and fragile. This mask uses the power of calcium, peridot, peridot, like the stone, and lycopene, in the cooked tomatoes, to deep clean pores, cleanse the skin, and then your skin is young looking, glowing, and then the scent of it is orange sorbet. What could be bad? What I like it for is I like sometimes to put on a hard mask, a white mask, and leave it on for a while. And that's what this is. And I like to get it so when you touch it, it cracks. And then I take it off, and wow, it's just like your skin has been released. Like, whew. We forget to buy masks. We buy cleanser, we buy toner, we buy moisturizer, we buy serums, we buy all those things, but we forget to buy masks, and they really, really do the job. When you do a mask, and I do them at least twice a week, maybe more, but at least I did one this morning. I did the recovery mask this morning. When you take it off, you think, why don't I do this all the time? My skin looks glowing and beautiful, and like I don't have any makeup base on right now. I've got some blush on and things like that, but I didn't put any makeup base because it just so made my skin look so great.
Well, I use the charcoal
And this is
mask.
pretty gentle too.
Yes, yeah, the purifying is,
That's an easy one to use if you've got sensitive
yeah, this is
skin.
very gentle. She's right.
I used the charcoal mask this morning on my face in the shower, and I also use it on my legs, my
too.
arms, and my
Oh,
shoulders.
no, the charcoal scrub, you mean.
Pardon me?
The scrub, not the mask.
No, the mask.
You did?
Yeah.
There's also a scrub, Alan.
I
Yeah.
think you use the scrub because if you put a mask on in the shower on your face and legs, it just wash off. But the
Actually,
scrub,
I knew that. I was
scrub,
just. I
scrubs,
knew
yeah,
that.
right.
I was just guessing. Yeah, it was the scrub. It was the scrub. That's right.
yeah. Because you can't get a man with a gun.
Yeah. What's the chicken?
only
what's that
ro-
chicken song you sing?
I got a crow. The only musical that would get me back to Broadway.
No.
Look, he already said no. He doesn't want to go back to Broadway.
I'll have to find a friend.
No, and then it's off. But I would love to own the part of Adelaide in Guys and Dolls. I would own it I honestly, she
Well, you
says
know, we could-
modestly,
why
I'd be
not-
better than anybody ever was.
Well, why don't we do it here?
Have you ever seen, I did Take Back Your Mink on the Johnny Carson show? Look it up. It's fun. I so get what that character is. The average unmarried female, basically insecure. Anyway, I got all these things in my head all the time. My head is filled with musicals, the next books I'm writing, packing out of this house. It's amazing I can sleep at all. I do so much work lying in bed at night going, So today, I decided to tackle the cookbooks. And I was telling Caroline before you all came on, you know, I wrote cookbooks at the right time. Didn't we, Caroline?
Actually, most people do not
Yeah.
know. You wrote 9 cookbooks.
That's right.
And each one of them is a New York Times bestseller.
And it was exactly at the right time when we,
That's probably more bestseller cookbooks than anybody on the Food Channel.
probably, but it
It
was,
was 12. It was 12.
Was it 12?
12 summer-sized books.
wow.
Wow.
That's right, because of the appetizers and all those books. I love the little books. I was looking at them today when I was throwing out cookbooks. I did keep all the Suzanne books. But what I realized in getting rid of cookbooks today, I've only tackled one section of I have a whole wall of cookbooks. But it's a different era, isn't it? If you want a recipe, you probably will go to the internet. And if you want one of my recipes, you can go to Suzanne Summers Chocolate Souffle or whatever you want. It's probably there, I would imagine.
I don't think yours are. We haven't digitized those.
Oh, let's do that.
But, you know, the thing about recipes, though, is that you know, once people have a recipe, they do expect just to get it for free. So you
Yeah.
only get the book if you want it all in one place.
Yeah.
But,
I was kind of ruthless today getting rid of cookbooks. By the way, if you want my cookbooks and you live in the desert, they were all dropped off at Revivals today. The Revivals in Palm Springs, and they got a lot of my clothes. So you might go there. I'm not taking any money for anything because all the money from Revivals goes to the Desert AIDS Project, and so it's a win-win. I can get rid of my stuff and they can make money on it, and everybody wins. But
Suzanne, you have people asking what the third mask is, and they want to know if the masks are organic.
well, everything is organic. I wouldn't sell you a mask that wasn't organic, or anything that wasn't organic. This is the sandalwood sleep mask. What's unusual about that, and probably why you don't have it, is because you don't understand it. This is a sleeping mask. You put a thin layer of this mask all over your face. It only takes less than a minute for it to kind of dry. It's not tacky or anything, and just go to bed with that on your face and leave it on all night. Here's what it does. It promotes firmer skin. Can't say makes it. Reduces the appearance of large pores because it's like shutting things down. It's got phytic acid, which removes dead skin cells. It's got frankincense. Remember baby Jesus? Frankincense and myrrh. Well, it's got frankincense. I actually use frankincense oil on Alan. I anoint him on either side of his nose for his nasal issues, and it helps you a lot. And it's got squalene. You don't have squalene, do you? No, it's derived from pure cane sugar. We make squalene in our body, but
What is it, squalling?
squalene,
Oh.
and we make it, and it produces a lipid barrier, and it can be harvested from plant sources such as cane sugar that is used in skincare products, and it's known for its lightweight moisturizing property and protects your skin's moisture barrier for a more supple appearance. All that said, that's like the copy that I'm allowed to say. When I put this on, probably once a week I put this on, and I go to sleep with it. I don't feel it all night long. I'm not aware, like it's not like having the purifying mask. You wouldn't want to put the purifying or the charcoal mask on all night long, but with the sandalwood, you put it on after you've washed your face and put it on and go to sleep. And in the morning when you wake up, take a warm cloth and put it on your face. And when you remove that warm cloth, you look at your skin and go, Wow. 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 And it's all
And
organic.
it feels like a baby's butt.
Like a baby's butt. Here's my dear Caroline, who described your poop last week as what? Soft peanut butter? Yeah. Yeah. I'm still thinking about that. I had a peanut butter. I had a peanut butter
Yeah.
banana
Yeah.
chocolate smoothie this morning, a Gut Renew smoothie, and I have to tell you, I thought about it for a minute.
That's funny.
I had a moment where I went, looks like peanut butter, but, wow. Gut Renew. By the way,
Well, believe me, when we come home, we will be on the Gut Renew 30-day challenge.
I don't think so. I've been looking at pictures of you. You look zoftic and beautiful. You look great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. The Gut Renew show, when was that? A couple of days ago? Man. I had said to Caroline, I don't know if we should do a Gut Renew show. She said, people really are into it. Man, were you into it? And soon we're going to have to start reordering. You know, we ordered 72 tons. Soon we're going to have to order some more? Oh, my God.
Well, it works. You know, when something works,
Yeah.
it's like ThighMaster.
Yeah.
The reason ThighMaster is still around today
It's-
after
if you don't know what we're talking about, this is Gut
after
Renew.
40 years, it works.
Do you have like gut issues, constipation, bloating? Oh, thank you, Alan, for the sound effects. That was Alan. Dog tired, skin issues, hair issues. Just don't feel good. You just don't feel good. Have a Gut Renew smoothie every morning. It's life changing. It really is. And also, I don't talk about this very much. I don't know why, because it's so amazing. The immune support, it's zinc, vitamin C, and
That's great.
Yeah, vitamin C
Vitamin
and zinc.
C and zinc.
Right, like when you make the Gut Renew smoothie, you put 2 spoons of this in your smoothie along with either you can do the peanut butter, banana, and chocolate almond milk, or you can do coconut milk and yogurt and frozen organic fruit, or whatever you want. We've got a program guide that has all the recipes in it. Let me just show you.
You know, I have
There's
to
so many.
tell you something.
What, honey?
So I
What do you
wasn't
have to tell
bored,
me?
but I was sort of fiddling around. Yeah, there are some of the smoothies.
Yeah. Okay.
I was fiddling around,
With who? With
and I
what?
decided with the Gut Renew, and I decided I'm going to try it without any liquid. So I took a scoopful and I put it under my tongue.
Pourquoi?
And just to let it dissolve,
Yeah.
because I knew it was good for me,
Yeah.
and see if I liked it.
And
And actually, it wasn't bad. There was
wasn't bad isn't a great endorsement.
Okay,
though.
well, I wouldn't do
now
it.
now Julie, who works here, does it with a little water, and she said it tastes good.
Yeah.
I personally, why wouldn't I have a smoothie? Because that's how I get my supplements down. I take so many supplements, which is why you look so good, Alan. You take all the
I
between
appreciate-
testosterone and all the
Yeah,
supplements.
I appreciate that.
I know.
And tomorrow is my testosterone shot.
Oh, right,
Okay.
right.
That's the big day. So tomorrow, Saturday, testosterone. Sunday, don't call us.
Bonita thinks Gut Renew tastes like cake batter.
And is that good?
Yeah, cake batter.
Oh, okay. All right.
You
Yeah.
know, when you used to lick the
Mm.
beaters.
Yeah, I thought,
Oh, that. Okay.
you know, let's say I'm traveling and I don't have access to frozen fruit, etc. And I want to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
I want to do my Gut Renew.
Yeah, you want to support your
So
barrier wall
you
and
take
all that.
you
yeah.
take a couple of spoonfuls or
Yeah.
scoops, put it under your tongue, and let it dissolve, and then wash it down with a little tequila. It's great. I'm gonna try Gut Renew with tequila one night. I mean, we've been doing this for a year and a half. Okay, so
And
we're,
look at your
we're-
gut; it's flat, and you're not uncomfortable, and you don't
no,
burp or
we're old
make
time
noises.
users.
and-
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Right. You used to
So-
make a lot of noises.
Pardon?
You used to make a lot of noises. You're not making those noises hardly ever
Well, the
anymore.
only noises that
So
I
you
make.
don't have gas.
Oh, those noises.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
you like to know all the most personal things
Oh,
about
yeah,
us?
yeah. Well, you don't like when I blow my nose in the morning either.
No, you know why? It's not that I don't like it.
It reminds
hurt-
me
it-
of your
no.
childhood.
No, it hurts. It hurts my heart. I don't want. I know that you don't want to have these nasal issues. So I don't. I always say to him, "Did you take the nasal renew?" Because the moment he takes our supplement, the nasal renew,
That's
it
true.
all stops.
That's true.
It all stops.
Yeah.
All that stuff and the red eyes and the watery eyes and all that. Within 15 minutes, I go, see? So one of the things I say most to him is when I can tell he's going to have an episode before he has it. And I go, did you take it? And he goes, I will. And then it's up to me to make sure at every station in his life, there's a little bottle of nasal renew. And I'd like you to know that I have a supply down in the equipment room.
I
So
know.
we will never run
I
out.
know.
Ever run out.
I know. So for
I
those
just took
people
some, too.
who
You did
tuned
too?
in,
Are you
I just
okay?
took it.
Are you okay?
here's the deal today.
Okay.
The activated charcoal mask, the sandalwood sleep mask, the purifying mineral mask, retail value $130, for sale $75.
There you go.
40% off.
Hey.
There it is
Hey.
here. Okay. Spa Mask Trio. Get it. Get it. If you don't like it, send it back. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Try
You'll
it.
love it. You'll
Yeah.
love it. The reason we do this and we discount everything so deeply, we want you to try our products.
We want you
because
to try new things.
We know you'll be back, and it's organic.
Mm-hmm.
It's organic. It doesn't have a bunch of chemicals in it that are going to
It has no chemicals.
do bad things.
No chemicals. That's a big deal. I was talking, I do physical therapy every other day, and I might do it for the rest of my life, but the way I've recovered from my injury is through supplementation, great diet. I eat great. I feed him great. I take food so seriously. I believe it's about the food. I think the difference between people who are well and people who are not is about the food. Now, it doesn't mean you won't get ill, but if you do get ill, you'll be able to fight it better if you've been eating right. So what's eating right? If you can pick it, pluck it, milk it, or shoot it, okay?
And also,
And
you know-
all has to be
yeah.
organic. It has
Okay.
to be organic.
Okay.
Has to.
Now,
Yeah.
up until probably Whole Foods
Yeah.
came along,
Yeah.
we were buying our organic food from a store called Mrs. Gooch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mrs. Gooch had 6 stores, and Whole Foods bought her out,
Yeah.
and that was the basis of Whole Foods.
That's when it began for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in those days, you'd go into an organic store, and the vegetables looked like they'd been laying there for
Yeah.
a month.
Because they were more expensive at
and
that time.
Right, and the people didn't look healthy.
Yeah, at that time. But
That's right.
now, organic is just about the same as non-organic. So think about this relative to the food. Who thought it was a good idea to spray poison on our food? If you're my age, when you were a kid, there was no organic because no one ever would dream of putting poison on our food. It was all organic.
Unless you owned the poison.
and the protein we ate wasn't fed food that was filled with antibiotics, and they weren't injecting the animals with antibiotics and things
And growth hormones.
and growth hormones, because at some point the producers of our food realized, wow, if we fatten up our cows artificially and feed them genetically modified corn, which we can get cheaper because we can get so much of it, and then it fattens corn, sugar, fattens up the cows, and and so that's how our meat changed. That's how our lamb changed. That's how our chicken changed. The only thing they couldn't get to was the fish, unless it was farm-raised fish. And farm-raised fish, they put all those antibiotics in the water. So it takes I was thinking about this today, it takes effort to be healthy. It does. But the effort is so worth it in the long run. It really is. You know someone who's sick. I know people who are sick. Everybody's dealing with something. If you can control your diet by eating food that hasn't been sprayed with poison, that's not so difficult. You can have butter, cream, sour cream, olive oil, full-fat cream cheese, flax oil, coconut oil, all those things you can have. Just make sure they're organic. You can have lamb, beef, chicken, fish. Just make sure the fish is never organic, but it's not farm raised. But the others, make sure they are organic. It makes a huge difference. Huge.
And also,
Yeah.
it used to be that organic food was much more expensive.
Right.
But now that Walmart has gotten
Yeah.
into the organic
And
business,
Costco.
and Costco's got
Costco is
into
incredible.
it may be a few pennies more per pound,
One
but
of
it's not
Alan's
a big deal anymore.
one of Alan's favorite activities is what, Al?
Well, going to Costco, and I have the executive plan, so I get to go half an hour before
Early.
everybody else.
There are days he goes to Costco and he doesn't want me to come with him. He wants to get there first and not
what's-
have
you know,
anybody in
I
his
love
way.
going to Costco.
Yeah.
I love going to Costco. You know, when this whole thing started with the China virus, I went to Costco, and there were people they have like shopping carts that you'd find at most
Right.
supermarkets.
Right.
Then they have these things. What are they called?
Jumbo carts?
No, they're not carts. They're like a flat,
Oh, yeah,
and you
yeah.
pile stuff on them.
Yeah, right.
And there were
Right.
people buying like 1,000 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I thought, what are you going to do with all that
Well,
toilet paper?
yeah.
What
and
can you
as
do?
we've discussed over the last few weeks, when the whole digestive system is working well, how long should it be, Caroline?
How long until you poop?
How long should your poop?
12 to 18 inches.
12 to 18 inches,
And then when you wipe,
the size of
it
a
should
banana.
be clean. Okay?
No, but just a moment. We
So
stayed.
that meaning you don't need.
We stayed at a place last week.
Oh, it
They
was
have-
heaven.
They have this toilet.
Oh,
okay?
they're called Toto toilets.
Toto toilets. And by
I
the
was
way,
gone most of the time.
we were late for everything because I couldn't get Suzanne to get off the toilet.
Oh my
Okay.
God,
She
we're
just
getting them
sat
for
there
our new house.
Pushing buttons, okay?
There are buttons. There's
push buttons. The first
that
button
cleans the rear, that
it
cleans the front,
and warm weather,
and
and the seat is
the seat is always heated.
The seat is cushy comfort toilet bowl.
And then you
toilet
push the
bowl
dryer.
with the yeah. What
And
is
you
it?
sit
Cushy
there-
comfort toilet bowls with the built-in heating element
Oh,
to dispel
oh,
winter day chills.
oh.
Yeah.
In our new house, the best
Yeah.
money we're going to spend is to put Toto toilets in our
And
three
we should have one
bathrooms.
in the kitchen since that's where we spend most of our time.
No, we will not have one in the kitchen.
We won't have
But
one
anyway,
there.
Toto toilets are really fun.
They're pretty great.
Oh my God.
They're kind of expensive.
They're
It'd be
great.
nice if they got a little cheaper. And there are people, who bitch about the fact, well, you're using extra water. I don't think we
No,
are.
you're not.
I don't think we are.
You're using no paper, and you're
Yep.
using very little water. Actually.
That's right, no paper.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Costco trip is like obsolete, not nécessaire, as
So
they
what
say
are
en
those people
français.
going to do with hundreds or thousands
I
of
don't know.
rolls of toilet
I
paper?
don't know.
Years ago, I sent a daughter of a friend of ours when she was at camp. I think she was 12 years old. I'm not going to say her last name, but her first name's Amanda, and I loved Amanda, and I sent
Love.
her a letter on toilet paper.
You did?
Yeah, and she still has it.
Oh, that's funny.
She's now a mother and has kids
And a
is very
showrunner.
successful,
And a showrunner, yeah.
and she still has my toilet paper letter.
You know, you've always been kind of out there, Al.
Not me.
Yeah, I read the comments from the women and men who watch you, and they all have recognized that Al's a little out there. But it's what I like about you.
I know. Well,
And
we're
Caroline has finally gotten used to you. Caroline, it like with me, it takes a while to figure out who Al is, but you know who he is now, don't you? Don't you, Caroline?
Well, and also you just have to be confident enough to just
Take him on.
let some things roll and not.
Yeah.
You don't have to comment
Yeah.
on every single thing. You just let some things
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And then confident to stand up when you feel like you
Yeah.
need to. So.
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you do
okay.
it well, Caroline.
Okay. So
Well, thank
we're
you.
He's not
Hey,
easy.
you guys, if you're new to Suzanne's brand, because we have a lot of new people on watching tonight, Suzanne's products are all organic and certified toxic-free. She uses the most incredible superfoods and ingredients from nature, and they're all to help target anti-aging and help your skin look better and feel better. So she has 3 incredible masks. We hope you can jump in. This is a big deal today. The charcoal mask is the strongest of the 3 masks. So this is great for exfoliation and sucking out impurities because charcoal's like a vacuum to suck out the impurities in your system. And
Vacuum
then she
sucker.
has the purifying mineral mask where she uses the power of minerals. It's a more gentle mask, and it goes on white, and it is a beautiful soft mask, and you also get some of those impurities out, but it's a little easier on your skin. And then the sandalwood sleep mask has sandalwood and squalene, which helps protect the moisture barrier of your skin. And you put that on a thin layer before you go to sleep. You sleep with it all night, and in the morning you wash your face. You can't believe how soft your skin will feel. So all 3 of those masks today, very good deal. It's 40% off the retail price, so you're going to get that home for under $75, and the retail value is almost $130. And it's at SuzanneSummers.com.
And
You know,
this
the
has
great-
squalene and frankincense.
You know, the great thing about waking up with you when you've got a mask on,
Yeah.
it's like I look over before
And?
I've really awakened and I
Yeah.
say, huh, who's that? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so we're rounding the horn here. It's almost time to say goodbye. I just want to mention.
Really?
Yeah,
I love being with all of you so much. The time just flies for me. I look forward to these shows 3 times a week. And the other thing I want to cook, Caroline, I want to do the little baby chuck roast because we don't want to do a big chuck
Well,
roast.
there are people that
you gotta feed more people.
They want us to do more cooking shows.
Okay. The other thing I want to make that I can't make it enough for Alan, he loves it, is the garlic lemon quinoa
Oh,
pasta.
it's the greatest. It's the greatest.
I looked over the other night, and this is the supreme compliment. He was literally licking his plate, licking his plate. But last night,
That was after my second helping.
last night I did. I had a perfect tomato. It's hard to find a perfect. I sliced it thin, so we each had 3 thin slices. Then I put Meyer lemon olive oil, ours, all over it, and sea salt. Then I put a scoop of fresh burrata, and then I sprinkled the whole top with vanilla fig balsamic. It was so great that I actually, when it was over, I didn't have a spoon and I couldn't scrape it all up with the fork, so I just took my plate and I let it run into my mouth and then I licked the plate. It was so good. If you haven't tried the Meyer lemon oil or the basil oil or the Provence oil or the sea salt rubs
Or the balsamics.
or the balsamics, the vanilla fig or the pomegranate or the black cherry, it's beyond great. It's beyond great. You can turn someone who doesn't know how to cook into an amazing cook. I did this burrata and tomato salad for the architects who are building our new house a few weeks ago, and he just couldn't stop talking about it. And I thought, I know it sounds like I'm this amazing thing, but it's just
You
I
are.
had great ingredients.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then there's the Thigh Master. You want to get a great present. I just sent, okay, Caroline,
Oh,
get
no,
ready.
you can't say it. You
All
can't
right,
say
I
it.
can't say it. I'll say
Can't
it
say
as soon as I get a response.
Yeah, you can't
You know what
say
I'm
it.
talking about.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
All right, well, you guys have a fun dinner.
Thank you.
Next time
We're
I
having
talk to you
dinner
on
with a basil.
Monday, I'll see you. I'll be back in Los Angeles.
We're having dinner with a baseball legend tonight, Steve Garvey, who's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's
And his wife's a
and his
legend
wife
as
Candace.
well. Candace.
And they are great people, and we've become really good friends with them. And Caroline, I can't wait till you're back on this soil here. I love watching your whole adventure over there, but I miss you being near to me.
Well, I'll see you next week. We're
Okay.
excited.
All right.
Okay, good night, folks.
He's very excited.
Thank
Fly
you.
safe. Fly safe, because I won't talk
We
to you.
will.
You're flying out Sunday, and I love you. I love Violet. I love Bruce.
I love you too.
And I
Have
love
fun
all
tonight,
of
guys.
I love all of you out
Okay.
there. I love that you come to our shows. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.